Hey everybody, welcome to After Wine School, our podcast. I am Keith Wallace and my partner, Alana Zerbe. Hey, it's great to be here today.
Hey, Keith, it's great to be here with you today.
What are we talking about?
Today, we're going to continue with saving people some money, giving some people
Nice.
some really useful information. And so, the topic of today's episode is 5 wine rules to break.
Oh, excellent. Only 5?
Only 5, but we have a lightning round coming up.
All right. That's good. Yeah, we can do this. Now, the one of the things, this is good because a lot of times these rules are really just snobbery in disguise. Like people just love, right? Just love to actually pretend that they're like these are rules on high, that these are like some sort of like wine constitution that they have to follow. You have to know the difference. What's just really elitism and kind of bullshit and what is actually real good advice. So let's break some of the snobbery, some of the expectations. Let's do this.
I love that. Let's give people real advice.
Good.
So, the first rule. So, you're going to tell me if
All
we
right.
keep it or break it.
All right.
Rule number 1 is always pair white wine with fish and red wine with meat.
We can break this in a few different ways. First off, let's talk about a few things. Well, red wine with meat, we do that largely because red wine is bitter. Meat has a lot of protein and fats. They bind together and they soften the wine so that your red wine stays softer and rounder. That doesn't mean you have to have a red wine. You can do whites, especially if your sauce is like some sort of like a raspberry coulis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, like you could do that. You can easily do it with a citrus, or sometimes like if you have lemon zest on like ossobuco, right? You can do white wine with that. That works really well. Actually, I really love that actually. But the thing that's harder, and the thing you can break if you do it correctly, is red wine with fish. The reason why we don't usually do this because there's iron in both red wine and in fish. And there are some iron binding proteins in fish that if you get the wrong way, and this is also kind of genetic too, but if you get it the wrong way, you're going to end up having this metallic flavor in your mouth that is, it's kind of like you just all of a sudden we're eating aluminum foil. It's if aluminum foil could go bad.
Now, people have told me, and I have read very fancy people with big wine collections who love to have red wine with sushi, and they say they've never experienced this.
That's true. Well, because it's genetic. Like some people, how you perceive it and how much. Some people, they're really sensitive. But there's actually ways around this for everybody to be able to enjoy like a red wine with fish. I know that you have a couple instances of this.
I do. So, if you want to break this rule, you want to pick the fish properly. So, I mentioned sushi, raw fish, salmon, or tuna. Those are high in iron. You want to avoid those. So, focus on swordfish or cod. Those are low iron fish.
Yes, they are.
Also, you want to select a red wine that is low in tannins, like Gamay or Frappato, and give it a little chill because that is going to neutralize the effect of the bitterness. So pick your fish wisely, pick your red wine wisely, and you can absolutely make that pairing.
Oh, that is amazing. That is actually fantastic. And it's a real baller move to be able to do that pairing and have it so nice. And that's a great, like even like you've mentioned this in the past about miso soaked cod, another throwback.
I love miso soaked
Right,
cod.
I know, that's fantastic. Yeah, that is actually a really great pairing with frappato. Like that is because that umami richness, smokiness, along with the frappato is fantastic.
Great.
Okay, now because these are all about chemical reactions.
Yes.
These are chemical reactions. And one of the things I when I train small A students in our advanced food and wine pairing program, I do this something pure evil. I mean, it does violate the Geneva Convention.
Okay, I wondered if you were going to talk about
Oh,
this.
yes,
okay,
I'm going
good.
to. Yeah, no, because it's one of the most evil things I do. Because chemistry, so how you can do this really badly. And a lot of people say, oh, they'll have sushi with red wine. They don't notice it.
Right.
What I do is I get a very high iron red wine and a fish that's very high in iron, usually like something like mussels. So you have the glass of red wine. It's a really high, big, heavy red wine, you get not just metal, but it actually tastes because the enzymes start reacting and starts decaying on your tongue right away. It's like evil magic. Oh yeah, yeah. You have to teach Psalms what the bad pairings are.
Amazing.
Yeah,
All right. So we've
yeah,
dispelled that rule as a
yeah.
hard and fast rule.
But yes, by all means, you should try it though.
All
Yeah.
right. Let's talk about our second rule, rule number 2, which is always serve red wine at room temperature.
Oh, you got to break this because first of all,
Hmm.
what do you mean by room temperature?
Right,
Are we
exactly.
living in a castle?
That was probably when the rule started.
Yeah,
Room
yeah.
temperature, very chilly. No, we are in the modern era. Room temperature is around 70, 72 degrees. Way too
Yeah,
warm. Way
yeah,
too warm.
it is.
So I actually have a nice anecdote
Okay, yep,
from my Sommelier Secrets class, which I know you've taught in the past,
I
and I've
did.
been teaching for a while. Something, if I have the prep time to do, I love to show, is the importance of temperature. So, temperature is really critical in winemaking, but also enjoying wine. So, I will serve students the exact same wine, a red wine at 55 degrees, and then also at room temperature. And people cannot believe it's the same wine. At 55, you taste almost nothing. It's really just maybe a little hint of bitterness, a little bit of fruit. At the room temperature, it's no nuance. It's just lacking all complexity. You'll definitely get oak, you'll definitely get fruit.
I did a little differently. So what I did, I didn't do it colder. I did it hotter. So I served one at the right temperature, around 65-ish
Hmm.
degrees, and then the other one at 80 degrees. So we're at 60, 65, you're getting all the nuance and everything. At 80, it's just a fruit bomb. I would actually much prefer it warm. That's a funny thing. Red wine warm tastes better than when it's really
If
cold.
you had to choose between
If
the
I had to choose
two,
between the two, I would actually have it warm. Weird as that may be.
it's a great thing to experiment with. You can try that at home.
All right. So where are we going from here?
Okay. Love talking about old wines.
Oh yes.
We have a rule related to old wines. I'm going to put to you as our rule number 3,
Yep.
decant only old wines.
Oh no, you got to break this rule. This is not a rule. No, no. The only reason they decanted it like that was to get rid of the sediment. Like like so. Yeah, like let's not drink. Basically, like don't drink the gloopy bits. That oxygen, you don't need it in old wines. Like no, what you really want that like glue 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 wrapping around young wines. And I even think, hey,
Young red wines.
young red wines. Yeah, sorry, not white wines. Young red wines. I mean, you could even decant because of the price bias thing we talked about in a previous episode. Yeah, like decant cheap red wines. Like make yourself look fancy. Some people think you're like, oh, you're softening the tannins and oh, they're polymerizing, and that's what used to be. People would say that, but actually, you are actually oxidizing the tannins. You're actually allowing some volatile components to dissipate and allowing you to taste more things. It's actually pulling away flavors that you can't taste so that there's things that you can taste. It's revealing things. We all, because there's definitely this thing that happens. It's oxidation, not polymerizing, which is a slightly different, like technically, it is just because I'm a geek. 7 years, 8 years ago, we didn't really know why the flavors changed when you decanted. Like, we didn't really understand it. Now there's good science behind it. Yeah.
All right. I do actually teach this concept to my intermediate students, my level 3 sommelier
Oh,
students.
yes.
I will show folks typically Longa Nebbiolo, and it's from a more recent vintage. It's not an aged wine. And I'll pour it for them in the beginning of class and have them try it right away. Typically, we would work up to tasting that Nebbiolo, but I intentionally have them try it in the very beginning of class and then at 2 more times during our 90-minute session. And they are amazed at how much the wine benefits and changes over that time. And so, yeah, it's really a beautiful illustration of what some softening can do.
That's a huge aha moment. And
It
I think
is.
everyone at home, go up, spend, don't spend a fortune, but like spend like 15, 20-ish dollars for like a Nebbiolo, like from Lange or from Nebbiolo de Alba, and open it and have it for like 3-4 hours though.
Yeah.
You're having them like from when they open it, when it's starting to be, really open up and within 2 hours. But in 5 hours, they'll see the whole breadth of it.
Mhm.
Like, because it'll go from like impossible to beautiful about 2 hour mark, but then by the 4 or 5 hour mark it's starting to fall apart a little bit, and you're starting to see a little bit other things going on that you didn't notice before, and you've lost some things too. So, like you can see, that would be a huge emotional arc. Oh yeah, that's an emotional arc of a tasting right there.
Rule number 4 already.
Okay.
Always age your wines.
Oh,
Age all wines.
okay. You got to break this. You got to break this all the time.
Yes.
Okay, right? No, stop. Bad. We've talked about this before. We have. We're gonna keep coming back to this. The first 5 years, fine. Age it up to 5 years for red wines, fine. White wines, maybe a year, fine. But don't not because if you don't have a good wine cellar, if you're not prepared for the commitment, don't bother. Too many things can go wrong. I mean, we run a wine school. We maintain that. And we even make mistakes. Like there are wines that just can't be used.
Yeah, some elements that you'll see in wines that are meant to age are really high acidity, strong tannins, exceptional fruit concentration. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Because you have to have high acidity because you have to have really high tartaric acid to like keep any bacteria, any excess fungible weird shit going on from happening. You have to have that. You also have to have like really like your pH has to be at a very specific zone too. But so the equivalent of this, if you had one of those wines when they're young, it's like eating a cranberry. Bitter and incredibly tart. Do you really want to sit there just eating raw cranberries?
yeah,
Like,
that's not good.
no, those wines aren't good when they're young. They're not. They can be
Okay.
amazing when they're older, but no, and yeah. So very few of those wines still exist. And and people get it wrong all the time. Like, so there's this one really uncomfortable story I'm going to tell. So somebody in the wine trade was at a wedding. They gave a gift, and it was an old bottle of wine. And the person who got it was so happy, like, oh my God, here's this old what? I looked at that bottle and I knew what it was. It was a white wine that was brown inside. I mean, it
Ooh.
was like 10 years old. It was so far gone. Like, yeah, it was just awful. Like, so that guy, he gave this gift, and it was just a big FU.
And it wasn't a Riesling because I have
Oh,
had an
Riesling.
aged Riesling that
Oh,
was
yes.
dark brown and it was amazing.
Oh, they can be. And here's the thing, that's true. Like, look, I've had Rieslings like from the Moselle from like the 80s, the 70s. They're absolutely astounding
Wow.
even now. But no. And that's again, you have to know which wines. But oh my God. I mean, I have far too many stories about old wines because they always disappoint. Almost always. And we've talked about that in the past, like about, what old wines tend to taste like and how their flavors aren't what people want and how it's so easy to, to fake these wines. No, staying, especially if you're new to wine or even if you're mid-career in wine, staying away from older wines is oftentimes, yeah.
Keith, we're at our 5th rule.
Oh, nice. What are we going to do?
Oh, this is my favorite one, I think.
Oh, okay.
Champagne is only for special occasions.
No, I hate this. Well, because, it just puts so much pressure. And also, and it ends up being that, yeah, no, don't make them trophies. Don't make them trophies. And I know that, you deeply love champagne.
I do. And I want to say with this rule, we're saying champagne, but we can expand that and say champagne method sparkling wines.
Okay, yes.
So that includes things like cava, which I love cava, or cremants from France, which are sparkling wines made like a champagne from regions other than champagne.
Yeah, and some of those are phenomenal.
It's actually what the French drink a lot of
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah, cremants. But champagne. My favorite thing, though, with champagne is pairings. Champagne, and this really should be champagne. It doesn't have to be like a Grand Cru or anything like that, but, like a really lovely Blanc de Blanc. With that brioche thing going on and that salinity going on and just enough of that really beautiful, like, high-toned fruit. Have that. And you serve that with, like, fried chicken. That just crunchy, salty fried chicken. That is my favorite pairing. Korean fried chicken, they would have that barbecue, like that really spicy, sweet, smoky barbecue sauce. Like extra dry, like just a little bit of residual sugar in my bubbles.
See, Keith, this is why you can get away with just being a little mean.
I know, right? I
Is
know.
because
I know.
then
I know.
you bring out things like that.
I know. This is the thing. Yeah. I know. I have a crap personality, but I'm really good at food and wine pairing. I know. I guess, rule number 6, be a nice person. No, break that. Oh my God, it's true. Oh my God.
All right, I made you blush. Mission accomplished.
All
I
right.
love it. Yes.
All
A
right.
good high-low pairing.
Yeah.
Nothing better. So yeah, bring out the champagne, bring out the bubbles, and enjoy.
All right. Well, where are we at?
Keith, we're at the end. It's time for our lightning round, and you had so much fun on the last episode
I
doing
did.
it by yourself. I'm going to join you today.
Well, fantastic.
So you
All
kick
right.
us off.
All right, lightning round. All right. So here, okay, rosé is not just for summer,
Ugh.
right? Nope, 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 nope. Rosé, I'll steal your thunder. With omelets, fantastic. Eggs, I know that's your favorite thing.
Love it.
I also really like it, actually. With appetizers, with or just as an intermezzo. Like I love it, or just having with a simple meal. It's perfect.
Absolutely. Ultimate picnic wine. Great. I love
Yes.
it. All right. My lightning round item is glasses. Stop worrying about the perfect glasses as long as it has a stem. Use it. Stop worrying about, do I match it? Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter.
No, 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 absolutely not. Okay. Mine. Stop worrying about perfect vintages, people. There is no such thing anymore. Stop worrying about it. Because really, what we're talking about as a winemaker, what I'm talking about, a great vintage for me is that I have a lot of fruit so I can sell more wine. That's it. Just stop worrying.
And then finally, actually, it's just stop worrying. In my notes, I have be less serious about wine.
Yes.
But honestly, we have so many things that are deserving of our concern in the world today. Let's not make wine one of them. Let's make wine fun and enjoyable. And don't worry that you're doing it wrong. Hopefully, today's episode showed you that there are reasons for these rules that we have, but there's oftentimes a reason you can break them as well. So have fun.
Absolutely. Look, these are guides, not laws. There's not like some sort of like wine constitution, you know? There's no bill of corks out there like, oh, gotta follow that. Or else those, no. The supreme psalms are gonna come down and like, and cancel you. No, don't worry about it,
The
people.
supreme song.
Yeah, I know.
The bill of course.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I said something like that in the beginning, but hey, here's the thing though. If you enjoy this, if you love this, I would actually just recommend seeking out the National Wine School. There's no reason not to earn your sommelier certification. Even level 1, it's fun, it's enjoyable. That's online, or there's multiple universities and wine schools around the country that offer NWS. Outstanding stuff.
Including
Us.
Including our home wine school, the Wine School of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
If you happen to be in the tri-state area, go ahead, sign up for a class. You'll see one of us there. All right.
So next episode, I'm thinking something about wine labels, like what to look at, what not to look at, what's BS, what's not, and something like that, just for a good wine buying episode.
I think that sounds wonderful.
Good, fantastic.
All right, folks, if you enjoyed this, please rate, review, and subscribe. You can leave us a message in the comments, and we will see you back next time. Cheers.
Hey, cheers.